Court in Johannesburg has allowed the matter of ex-Old Mutual CEO Peter Moyo against his employer to be urgently heard. He's attempting to have the insurance giant declared in contempt of court for refusing to reinstate him. Moyo says instead of complying with an earlier ruling, Old Mutual gave him a second dismissal letter. Newsroom Africa's Belani Pachadi has the story.
Old Mutual has suffered yet another blow and will now have to explain to the court why it should not be held in contempt of court on 2 accounts. The company has to explain why it fired Moyo for the second time before it could even comply with the first reinstatement order. Moyo applied for Old Mutual's second letter of dismissal against him to be admitted as further evidence that the insurance company was in contempt of court and that the second dismissal letter was irrelevant. Agreeing with Moyo, Judge Kasim Musa admitted the letter as evidence, arguably another victory for Moyo. The judge ordered that within 10 days, Old Mutual should file affidavits as part of its evidence for firing Moyo, and Moyo in turn will have 5 days to respond.
The application will then be heard on the 5th day of the delivery of the respondents' heads of argument, being the 30th day. 8. Costs shall be those in the cause to be determined at the end of the hearing of the contempt of court application.
Peter Moyo wants this over and done with, but is willing to go to the highest court in the land to prove that Old Mutual was wrong to fire him.
Contempt, especially against directors, is a very, very serious matter. So the court gave them an opportunity after clearing all the technicalities which they had raised. First, they say that the directors were not before court. They also tried to prevent the letter from being admitted. So the court admitted that the letter is before court. It also held that the directors are before court. So there are no other technicalities other than for Old Mutual to explain what it was trying to do with the second letter.
Peter Moyo remains resolute that allegations made against him by Old Mutual have no basis.
I'm actually prepared to go all the way because firstly, like we said up front, they did not deal with me in terms of the contract. And even if you dispense with that, any of those allegations are so defective themselves that I still do not believe that directors applying their minds would even have accepted things that they did not test.
Judge Musa ruled that the matter will be heard on an urgent basis and expects affidavits from both parties to be filed within 30 days for Part A of the case to be finalized. Part B, in which Moyo seeks Old Mutual's board members to be declared delinquents, will also be heard, with Moyo saying the papers in that matter will be filed soon. For Newsroom Africa on Channel 405, I'm Belani Pachadi at the Johannesburg Division of the High Court.